Hey guys, it's Chris Anderson here. As you can see, I'm clearly in beautiful sunny California, not central Pennsylvania where it's currently like 4 degrees. Um, totally not a green screen behind me. So what I want to talk to you guys about here is I want to talk about rank charts. Okay, rank charts, they're very common all over the place on Amazon forums, on Facebook groups such as that. The most popular one is fulltimefba.com. I think that's the most popular one. They have a rank chart. It's pretty ubiquitous. Yes, that's the word. So I've been trying to do a word of the day thing since the beginning of the new year. So ubiquitous. Yes, I can say the word. I know what the word means. I just can't really pronounce it. Anyway, people try to use these rank charts, and all they are is a crutch. And when I'm talking about a rank chart, I'm talking about the rank chart where it shows you a sales percentage and the top 1%, 3%, 5%, 10%, so on. You see people will say, I will only buy things in the top 1%. That's all I'll buy. Or they, make statements like that. Well, the problem is that you can't really do that. The business doesn't work that way. Okay, and like right now in grocery, okay, I'm looking at the grocery category. um Grocery and gourmet food, there's a million items in the category. There's 1,016,290 items in the category. So real easy math on that. Top 1% is about the top 10,000. Top 3% is the top 30. Top 5% is the top 51,000, and so on and so forth. So a lot of people would scan grocery items. I see this all the time. And they say, oh, I'll only buy top 1% in grocery. Do you realize how few grocery items there really is that are in the top 1% and how irrelevant what percentage something is? This is one of those things where people try to follow a percentage. They want this to just be, they don't want to make decisions, okay? People don't want to make decisions. They want to follow a chart. They want to plug in, just I'm going to do this and this is going to happen. I do this, this happens. This happens. Doesn't work that way though, guys. So what I'm going to do here, we've already kind of talked here about rank charts. I'm going to show you guys how to read Keepa charts. Now, Keepa is a free site, www.keepa, K as in Cancy, EEPA.com. Okay. And just go there, check it out. And I'm going to show you guys some charts and some apps I use. I'm going to do this for online arbitrage to start out with. And maybe I'll make a video where I show a phone screen and show you guys how to access this on the phone. Now, before I dive too far into that, I real quick want to actually explain what the sales rank is. So in the category of grocery, we have about 1 million products. All the sales rank is the rank of how well the item sells on Amazon. That's it. Now, what that does not tell us is how often it sells. Okay, you cannot figure out, let me really objectively say this right here, the quote of the video. You cannot figure out how many times a month something sells simply by knowing the rank of that item, by knowing the sales rank of that item. It's not enough information. It's never been enough information. It never will be enough information. Okay, there are too many variables to take into account for one number to give you that number. Okay, so when anybody tries to use Jungle Scout, when anybody ever tries to use Rev Seller, Rev RO, or any of those things, Unicorn Smasher, any estimate of how often something will sell based on a rank is immediately incorrect. Now, people could say it's an estimate, but let me explain how it's an estimate. It's like saying, hey, there's an animal over there with 4 legs. I estimate that it's a zebra. Well, it's probably not a zebra. Okay, it's just as accurate to use a rank chart or the sales rank in Jungle Scout or Unicorn Smasher or anything like that to estimate the velocity of sales. Just doesn't work. I used to not realize this, and there were items I was selling where I was the only one on the listing. I wasn't sharing the buy box with Amazon. I was the only one selling it. I do this all the time right now with discontinued HPC items, and all the time I've looked on Jungle Scout, I've used the estimates, they're all wrong. I've never been within, they've been, the closest I've had it be is within 50% of sales volume. And that's not an estimate, okay? Not even close, okay? Now, All the sales rank is the ranking of how well it sells. So the number one item in grocery is the fastest selling item in grocery. What you don't know is how fast that sells. Okay, Amazon won't tell you that. So we can't really figure that out. But if we use Keepa, we can then look at the movements in sales ranks and start to interpolate that into the velocity of the sales. And I'll show you guys some tricks in how to analyze that right now. Thank you. Hey guys, I just wanted to show you a rank chart while I'm talking about this. So, looking at this is an Amazon sales rank chart. It's done by Full-Time FBA. They really do some awesome stuff, but I'm going to show you guys how to do even better than this. So let's look here at health and personal care. Okay, first product I'm going to show you is a health and personal care item, and beauty and personal care is what Amazon calls it. And we have a total of 3 million items in the category, 3.3 million. So 33,000, almost 34,000 is top 1%. That's a really good rank. And here's the thing. If you pick up something that's in the health and personal care category and it's ranked 33,000, it's probably going to sell really well. Like, let's be honest, it's probably going to work for you. But there's a lot of situations that can manipulate the sales rank to make the sales rank look good or bad, and we need to identify these, and the sales rank chart will not help us identify these. There's not enough information here. So what I'm going to show you guys here are some Keepa charts and the traps that you can fall into with these and how to not have that be a problem for you. So first one here, we got sunscreen packets. Now, I'm sitting here, I don't know if you guys could tell, but I'm not really in California. I'm in Pennsylvania. I know that green screen's really good, but I'm actually in Pennsylvania. So let's look here. Here's an interesting product. It's sunscreen lotion packets, individually packed sunscreen lotion. That's really cool. And now, so that nobody messages me and says, "Well, what category are you, or what uh, apps are you using, or Chrome extensions, I should say." I'm using this is RevSeller. Okay, this is a really cool uh, plugin here for Amazon sourcing that you can use, and it'll show you the rank, and it does show you the top the rank calculation. So it's there. And it shows you the prices and stuff. It's really cool. Take a look at it. Rev Seller. Okay. So we come down here. I'm using the free Keepa app. Keepa. Just search for it in your Chrome store. Keepa. Okay. Now, let's look here at this item. This actually might almost be an Amazon flip because you can see how much this price has come down, that we're almost at $12. But let's look here at this. We're looking at the data overall. And one of the things that people don't know you can do with Keepa is you can actually focus on the chart. All I did was I clicked and drug across, and it'll actually zoom in for me, okay? Now, when we're looking at this chart, the reason I wanted to show you this was, for a lot of this time during the summer, I mean, this is a crazy good rank. And of course, that makes sense. These individual packets, if you're taking a few kids down to the beach, just hand them a packet of sunscreen. Works perfectly. You can see the price goes up during this summer. Okay, in fact, let's look at where it's been for the last year. So you see in the summer, the rank on this gets crazy. I mean, 3,000, 5,000, and this is selling probably dozens a day, if not hundreds a day. Okay, and what we want to look for in that to make that kind of guess here is we could look from July. Let's look from July 18th to about July 25th. Okay, and you see how often that goes up and down in price. Plus, we're looking at the ranks here. This is crazy selling. Okay, this would be a product that I would estimate probably 200 or 300 a month would definitely be a very conservative guess as to how often this sells. Now, when something's ranked that well, it's ranked, what's the rank right now? 31,000. But let's look, it's not always been this good. Let's look at this time right here when this has not been as good. Okay, right around November. Let's look at 1 month from November 18th to December 18th. The rank on this was 33,000. It even went up to almost 100,000, 97,000. I promise you that there were people that picked this item up, scanned it, saw, oh, 82,000 in health and personal care. I don't want to sell that garbage, and put it back. Okay, I promise you that people did that. Okay, but we see here next week, or 2 days later. Okay, so it's at 87,000 on the 26th. On the 28th, it's 19,000. That's great. Okay, and I don't know why exactly the rank got kind of crappy there. The price didn't change or anything like that. But all of a sudden, actually, I do see what happened. You can see on this rank chart that somebody came in on an FBA and it just sold out like crazy. Okay, whereas maybe there weren't FBA sellers. I don't know why, but this is the kind of stuff that we can look at and start to analyze and make a decision. Is this a good thing to buy? Is this not a good thing to buy? Okay, and you can see here, if you were to pick this up during this little area where it's 87,000, what would that be? Beauty and personal 80, like top 2%. There are people that would pass on this, but clearly by the time you would prep it, ship it to Amazon, next thing you know, it's crazy good a week later. Okay, so that's an example where a rank chart could foul us up. Then let's look back here. This is always really interesting. We have this thing here where the rank gets crazy good and then crazy bad, up and down. But you can see here, there's not always offers on this product. So when the product goes out of stock, the rank goes way up. Then as soon as it comes back into stock, it starts selling again. That is indicative to me of a fast selling item. But again, if you were to pick this up using your rank chart, 200,000 in beauty, 200,000, top, ouch. It's like top 7%. A lot of people would pass on that. But if they look at the rank chart, if I pick up an item and I'm looking at the rank chart and it looks something like this, I'm not seeing bad. I'm seeing money in that. That is a great thing. I want to see that because as soon as it comes into stock, it starts selling. And then as soon as it goes out of stock, the rank dies off real fast. That's telling me this is coming in, it's selling hard, it's selling fast, and then it's getting sold out. I don't know why exactly, it was this way. It was probably just not able to be kept in stock is actually what it was. That's what I want to look at. So even if I would pull a rank chart and look like this, which using our percentage rank chart, we can't see this. But if I pulled this and I looked at this in Keepa, oh man, I would be all about buying this. Okay. Now, before I lose anybody, if you don't use Keepa, or if you're, in store and you're using your smartphone, you got your Android or God forbid an iPhone, you can pull up Scoutify. Okay. That's a free app that comes with Inventory Lab. Scoutify 2 is also really good. Has the rank chart or has these Keepa charts built in. You can do the analysis on your phone. I'll do a video where I show these. Okay, if you want to check this out, check out that ASIN right here. If you want to see what this is, check it out. Okay, so another one. This is another cool product here. This is Kreshmer wheat germ. Okay, top 8% in grocery right now. Not a good rank, but if you're standing in your store and let's say now just so you guys know, when I bought this, I bought like 4 pallets of this or 3 pallets of this. This is a while ago. One of my liquidators had it. There was 2 years left on the expiration. I bought it for I believe $1.25 a unit and I sold all of them. It was crazy. Okay, now let's say I'm doing that. So this is a 2-pack. Okay, it's going to cost me $2.50 to make the 2-pack. Right now in grocery, there's a lot of people would say, nope, I don't want to sell this grocery item. The rank, it goes all the way up to 100,000 in grocery. That's top 10%. That is not what anybody would call a good rank. But looking at this, we know that this fluctuates. So let's look here and let's estimate how many times a month it sells. Now, every time it goes up or down, that's what indicates a sale. Okay, or a string of sales. So looking at it on the computer, we can hover over the statistics and it'll actually show us the drops. So it'll show about 14 a month. Okay, so if I count this out, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I think it might be counting larger drops. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14 drops a month. That's not exactly, that might not be terribly accurate. When I count it by myself, I would just go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I'm really counting 9 drops a month. So my estimate is that this is selling around 9 a month. That's not accurate though. It's probably selling much better than that, okay? But I would conservatively estimate that I would sell 9 a month. Now, what's that mean to you? You're saying in your grocery store, you have this product, you pay $2.50 for it, and you can sell it here. Your Amazon payout's $15. So you're making 500%. Yeah, you're making real good money on this. But you don't know if it's going to sell. Well, what you can look at with this is how many it does a month and then how many you have. So, people like really strain about this kind of stuff. Well, if there's only 2 on the shelf, it really doesn't matter how many you sell a month as long as it sells within a month. Okay, so as long as you have one movement within a month, and I'll show you guys that next, okay, a chart like that, this will sell fast enough for almost anyone. Okay, even at this rank where it's 80,000 in grocery, it'll sell fast enough because remember, if you have 2-week payouts, it does not matter whether that item is sold and shipped the first day it hits or the last day of your pay period. It does not matter cash flow wise. It doesn't affect you either way. Okay, so this is going to open up new items for people to buy because instead of having to focus like, oh, well, I only sell things that sell 500 a month. Oh, how many of them are going to sell? Just one. Like you see that, and logically, it doesn't matter. Okay, it does not matter. There's no difference. If you're only sending in one, there's really no difference between something that sells 5 a month and something that sells 5,000 a month or 500,000 a month. It doesn't matter. Okay, and that goes back to what's the difference. If we have one item, there's no difference between having the #1 ranked item in toys, which is Cards Against Humanity, and having probably 250,000 ranked toy. Okay, they probably will sell equally fast for you when you consider that you only have one and the 2-week pay periods. Now, if you have daily payouts, it's a little bit different, but you should understand the logic's really the same. It's okay to hold something for a week or two. Okay, it's not a big deal. It's okay to do that for most people. So let's look here at some silverware. I love silverware, but I want to show you guys something that you can't really see with a rank chart here. Now, again, you see here we have this product. The rank on it, not real great. 200K. Okay, 200 and what's the rank right now? Okay, 200, yeah, 147. Now, kitchen is a huge, huge, huge category. Okay, is it here? It's one of the largest ones, I do believe. Home and kitchen. 86 million items in kitchen. Okay, so the top 1% is real high. Honestly, I don't think the top 1% of kitchen is actually really a good place to be. It's not really a good rank. I mean, in my opinion. And looking at something like this is top, people grab this and say, oh, this is top 1%. Now, let's look at this. How often does this sell in a month? Okay, and we can see here these drops. Okay, we'll see what the statistics say. About 8 per month is the drops for sales rank. Okay, yeah, that's good. But, if we were expecting to sell a ton of these, top 1% item, we would not sell a lot of these in a month. Now, again, when I'm talking about, would I buy one? Absolutely. I'd buy probably 5 if it was me, and it was cheap enough. What's the payout on this? $27. If I was standing in a Walmart and they had this, it probably isn't a Walmart brand, but I was standing somewhere and they had it at $15, so they had it at $10. Yeah, sure, I'll buy 5 of them all day, every day. But I wouldn't go much higher than that because I know that this is going to be actually something that probably holds in my inventory for a little while. Okay, and there's 2 other people selling it. This might be something I only sell 1 or 2 of a month. But, when you see a rank like this, you can start to kind of see where things sold. The other thing we can see is this product sells a lot better when it's a little cheaper. Okay. Also, is anybody on this? Okay, they are Prime at $40. So sometimes just being Prime will help you sell better here. But man, that must have been crazy time. Yeah, it must have been some Chinese resellers coming in on this. So, this is a product where if you just said, oh, well, I want to sell top 1%, you went deep on this product, man, you could get really not in a good place, because you see the rank has gone down significantly. I mean, it was 64,000, but it's actually very often higher than that. It's been within the same week almost a 500,000, which still according to this chart is not, well, still top 1%, but boy, that doesn't bode well with me. This would be a product that I would really go very light on. And here's another thing that I want to show you guys. Here's an example that we may see. So here's another flatware set, very good rank. Right now it's 59,000. But look, this is an item where when the price goes up on it, you can see that the rank will get kind of crappy. Okay, so if this is a product that we can pick up, relatively inexpensively, we would scan this and we wouldn't see this. If we got it cheap enough where, what's the price right now? Price is $20. So we pick this up cheap enough, we could be really doing well at this point as far as the pricing goes. But, realize that if we need to move volume, we could drop the price back down to where it had been. Okay. Here's another interesting cutlery set. And this, you can really dramatically see the effect of the pricing on this. You see down here at $38, this is just selling like gangbusters. I would hazard to guess that it's also probably because we have FBA sellers on it. You can see that there's been several FBA offers on this. Keepa doesn't really capture those as well as they could. So now, we do have some people. Okay, so nobody's doing this FBA right now. Okay, and the rank on it's just real crappy. But if we're coming in on it FBA, we can make some guesses that this is going to sell well FBA for the month here. Yeah, I mean, this is a product that I would, again, I would actually think that this would sell better than this one, even though the ranks are kind of weird and flipped around. But we can start to do some analysis here with the rank to see how often this is selling and start to make some guesses. If I'm doing wholesale stuff, what I always do with wholesale is I always buy a small amount. I buy the smallest amount I can. Sometimes if I'm trying a new wholesale place, I'll go and I'll run down to Walmart and buy it if it's available at Walmart, or I'll buy it online before I even bother my wholesaler with it, with placing an order for a case or something. And I'll send in, 6 of them and see how it sells. Okay, if I send in 6 and they sell, in a week, okay, then I can kind of guess, oh, well, not changing the price or anything. If I sold 6 in a week, I'll probably sell 24 in a month. So I can know to order from my wholesaler 4 cases. Makes perfect sense. With something like this, if you're not sure about it, you can, look at this chart. You can start to get an estimate and be like, okay, yeah, I think I'll sell 3 or 4 of these a month probably, especially if I do FBA. That's what I would think. I think you would probably sell 3 to 4 if you wanted to be real conservative. Probably 5 if you're doing FBA, especially if you have them around this $40 price point. You're definitely not going to get $106 for it. Nobody bought it at that price. But as soon as the price dropped down to 55, it sold. It'll probably sell 55 pretty well. But you can see it was selling pretty well here, and it looked like it had FBA offers on it. Okay, so in fact, you can see that. You see this offer was here. Okay, you see here the offer count. So I believe that right here we would have one FBA offer, and then all of a sudden it dropped off, and then next thing you know, the price goes up. It's a merchant fulfilled seller on it. And that's the kind of stuff that we can look at, and you'll start to get a feel for when you start looking at Keepa charts. Okay, so take a look at this. I hope that this was not confusing to people. I hope this helped, and I hope that this will help you guys make better buying decisions and not rely on rank charts, because they don't help you in the long run. They're really bad. As soon as I stopped using them, I used them first couple months that I was selling, and I didn't understand what I was doing. And as soon as I dumped it, and as soon as I started to do a little bit of research like this and just pull up a quick rank chart, look at it, I was like, oh, this is way better, okay? Because there's too often that people rely on these rank charts and, you know, they're looking here at this item that's going up and down crazy in rank. It's going between, you know, well, I showed you the first item, the sunscreen. That's the kind of stuff you cannot see with a rank chart, but you can clearly see on Keepa and then clearly make your buy decisions based on that. You're going to see a lot less shitty inventory. You're going to see a lot less held inventory. You're going to have a way better grasp of how often things will sell, what kind of prices you'll be able to get, and it'll help you a lot. Okay? And I hope you guys make a lot of money. Have a good night, guys. Bye-bye.